Hey guys, I'm Brian Craig. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell, and like the video. I have all kinds of content I put up here on this channel that you guys will love. Ted Cruz is absolutely amazing, guys. He is absolutely amazing. And this just really blew my mind. You know, Ted Cruz, you know, he went up against Trump in 2016. He, of course, had the little problem with President Trump, and he called him lying Ted Cruz. But Ted Cruz has redeemed himself time and time again. And this is just stunning. This makes up for that Acapulco trip, or what was it, Cancun. This makes up for the Cancun trip. That'll be forgotten. Because Ted Cruz has actually just made history. He's done something that I don't know of any senator ever doing. Listen to this. I can hear cartel members taunting us. Ted Cruz, we'll watch the video in just a minute. Ted Cruz leads a group of 18 Republican senators, no Democrats, huh? Hey everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. On midnight hunt for migrants and smugglers trying to cross the Rio Grande. This is insane. This is insane. I'm so excited about this. Oh man. By the way, this is not coffee. I'm drinking a little wine. Having a little wine, celebrating Ted Cruz here. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's go through the story, and then we'll watch the video. This is great stuff. Ted Cruz led a group of Republican senators on a late-night march along the Rio Grande River on the U.S.-Mexico border to hunt for migrants, in a trip Democrats are blasting as a political stunt. Oh man, this is not a political stunt. This is actually something that senators, you don't see them do very often. Work, right? All senators do is they vote yay, they vote nay, they vote present, right? Obama used to vote present all the time because they want to take a position that could be used against him in the election. Or they go on talk shows, but most of the time they do absolutely nothing. The Texas senator led a group of lawmakers to the border on Friday to visit facilities holding migrant teens. Yes, yes, yes. Democrat Rep. Castro of Texas led a group of House Democrats on their own trek, but not the one with Senator Ted Cruz. The Republican senators are in the Rio Grande Valley to draw attention to what they call President Joe Biden's border crisis. The Biden administration repeatedly has refused to describe the situation as a crisis amid record-high surges of migrants. The Rio Grande Valley is seeing some of the largest numbers of migrants crossing into the United States. Oh man, this is awesome stuff, people. All of us witnessed the Biden cages, Ted Cruz told reporters after he toured a facility in Donna, Texas, where migrant teens are being held after crossing the border alone. Well, good evening, Beverly. Good evening to you. Yeah, Ted Cruz, he's really stepping up. He's stepping up. He blasted the Biden administration for not letting reporters inside the facility. The Biden administration is trying to hide what is going on here, Ted Cruz said. Yes, yes, yes. Cruz posted on social media photos from the shelter for migrant teens along with videos showing him on the bank of the Rio Grande in the dark, surrounded by tall grass or weeds, watching what he claims were smugglers trying to get migrants across the water and into the United States. That's Mexico right over there, and you can see that there are 3 smugglers right there, Cruz is heard saying in the video. We'll get to the video in just a moment. Standing on the Mexico side at us. Ted Cruz stayed in the United States. He also said those smugglers were taunting the senators on the U.S. side. The footage is hard to see, showing grass in the dark river with a few flashes of light. Cruz said those were the smugglers' flashlights. He posted another dramatic video describing it as live footage from the banks of the Rio Grande that showed him standing on the river's edge giving a report on what he and the Republicans saw on their midnight march. Yes, yes, yes. Dogs can be heard barking in the background. Let's just watch the video. I find this so exciting. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, James O'Keefe must be like really jealous right now, right? I mean, James O'Keefe is like, I should have done that. Well, you can still do it. I like Project Veritas and all, but this is great. Watch. Oh, let me turn the volume.
I'm standing on the shore of the Rio Grande.
Let's go back.
So it's past midnight. I'm standing on the shore of the Rio Grande. The water is right behind me. I'm down the Texas border along with 18 senators. We made the trip to see the crisis that is playing out. We've already gone to detention facilities that are overrun, many of them with families, small children. We saw multiple mothers who were nursing infant babies who had just crossed over and were being housed in outdoor holding pens where they were sleeping on the floor and nursing their babies. We're at the edge of the river. On the other side of the river is Mexico. On the other side of the river, we have been listening to and seeing cartel members,
Wow.
human traffickers, right on the other side of the river, waving flashlights, yelling and taunting Americans, taunting the Border Patrol, because they know that under the current policy of the Biden administration, they can flood over here. They're getting paid $4,000 or $5,000 a person to smuggle them into this country. And
That's
our
right.
policies, when they smuggle them in, the Biden administration releases them, and more and more and more. Last month, 100,000 people came across the border illegally. We've got
Wow.
15,000 kids in federal government custody. This is a humanitarian crisis. It's a public health crisis. The illegal immigrants who are being released, they're testing positive for COVID-19 at a 7 times higher rate than the American population. And it's a national security crisis. And it's time for the Biden administration to put an end to it and stop sanctioning lawless chaos on our southern border.
Wow. What a great guy.
See the shoreline right over there.
Yeah, that's Mexico, and you can see
Yeah,
there's
that's
3
Mexico.
smugglers right there, standing on the Mexican side,
Wow.
looking at us. They've been shining their flashlights at us. They're yelling at us.
Oh, that's great. That's just awesome. Ted Cruz is absolutely amazing, isn't he? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I know he is amazing. Let me get the volume down there. He is. That is just. When have you ever seen a United States senator do anything? Right? You know, sometimes they'll go on a tour somewhere that's all set up and it's all fancy and they're treated like dignitaries. There's special things and all this. I mean, this is really literally getting into the weeds, right? He's in weeds. Look at this. He's going out there. What a great picture. I mean, that's amazing. I bet you Trump is so proud. He's just so proud. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah. No, these are not Chipotle wrappers. These are children that Biden has all in this tiny little room. No social distancing. No beds. Look at that. That's Biden. Great job, Biden. Oh, we got another video here. Hold on. Let's watch the next one. Okay, we got to go through this little ad here first. There's another video. Trump has got to be really like, Ted Cruz, you're the man. All right, let's watch. I haven't seen this one yet. Have you guys seen both of them? I haven't seen this.
It's incredible what we're seeing tonight. This is the cartel members yelling at us from across the river. We're standing on the path that they use to...
I like how these senators are all dressed up too, right? Like Ted Cruz took the tie off, so he's a little casual, but he's still got the blazer on, and they're all in their fancy senator clothes.
It's incredible what we're seeing tonight. We can hear the voices of cartel members yelling at us from across the river. We're standing on the path that they use to smuggle, in some cases, very vulnerable people into this country. In other cases, drug dealers. It's just extraordinary. And it's given me a renewed appreciation for our Customs and Border Patrol agents and the danger that they face each and every night. It's midnight right now, and they're going to be working all night long.
Right across the river, we heard coyotes, human smugglers, saying,
Wow.
"We're coming." That's what's happening to our country right now, and to the poor victims.
And Border Patrol agents and Texas DPS officers that'll be out on the boats They'll have cartel members who will throw rocks at them. They'll have cartel members who will shoot at them. And that's a regular occurrence in terms of the dangerous environment these Border Patrol agents are operating in. And then when they do intercept people, they just see them released, and then they repeat the cycle over and over and over again. And it's incredibly frustrating and demoralizing to these heroes that are working so hard to keep our country safe.
This is insane.
The sign there.
This is a sign.
Click down by the
Cross. They are right there. And they can see the flashlights over there.
I'll try to go up this trail. They'll be processed.
Those are coyote flashlights pointing at the senators.
I think it's sad to see these families, these young children being abused in this way.
Wow.
We got that makes it get across the river and then they can follow literally yellow arrows that are on these
Operatives that smuggle people across the border. So right now,
They told me that they stopped building a wall here. President Biden's direction a couple months ago. I got it.
There he is, Ted Cruz. Oh man,
It's
that is just. I mean, I'm proud of him. You guys proud of Ted Cruz? That's absolutely amazing. Oh man, the wall will eventually be finished. It'll eventually be finished. Maybe Trump will have to start working on it in 2024, but it'll get finished. They have to finish it. What's going on is it just has to be stopped. It's not safe. This is Pinot Grigio that I'm drinking right now. This is awesome. Look at this. Look at that. This is like if this was like 1983, 85 or something, that'd be Geraldo out here. You know, it's really a shame that the media aren't doing this because they got a narrative. Biden good, Trump bad. This should not be a U.S. senator. This should be like somebody from ABC News or something. Oh man, this is great stuff. And here's all the great Republicans who went. Oh, Lindsey Graham was there. I didn't see him in the video. Lindsey Graham went. That's great. Oh. You know, I'm really. Oh, Beto commented on it. I didn't go this far in the article. I forgot about Beto. Beto's still a thing, you know. Thank God you survived the heckling. He's making fun of it. Here you got Ted Cruz leading this group of 18 senators. That's right. It's 6 o'clock on the East Coast here. Just hear my watch go beep. And Beto is making fun of that? What has he done, right? What has he ever done? And, you know, and I'll tell you another thing about this that's absolutely amazing is what Ted Cruz has done is taken Biden's press conference yesterday. It's like it didn't even happen, right? It's like today's the day that's supposed to be talked about. And then Ted Cruz does this, and boom, the news is all about that. Oh, this is great. Oh, man. Well, hey, guys, make sure you like the video. I'm not done yet. I got some more stuff. I'm drinking wine from a coffee cup because I drink wine so infrequently at home that our wine glasses are like got dust on them. I didn't want to wash the wine glasses, so I just grabbed a coffee cup, of which we have a lot of those. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. I had a couple other things here that I wanted to get to. Let's see here. Oh yes. Oh yes. See, really, Ted Cruz was just like the advance man for President Trump. Look at this. Donald Trump could visit the Mexican border soon. He's very concerned about Biden's immigration policies, according to Jason Miller. So Trump is going to go to the border. Oh man, wouldn't it be amazing? See, now that he, you know, this is crazy. This is insane. This is insane. Could you imagine President Trump going to the southern border with Ted Cruz in the dark out along the river like that? But that would be amazing. And you know what? He can do it now. He still has security and everything, but it's a lot smaller than it was a couple months ago. That would blow everyone's mind away. And he could be down. Oh. I hope he goes down there like that. You know, he could take Melania. I'm sure Melania has some fancy outdoors gear she can wear to go down with him. Melania, that'd be awesome. Do you remember when Melania wore that like desert thing in Egypt? She's got to have something, some fancy boots she could wear down there. Ugh. Ann says, why would you admit that? Kathy will have to discipline. No, the only wine glasses we have are Kathy's grandmother's, and we keep them like in a special cabinet. I went to grab one. They've done, not going to wine. We don't drink out of them. They're just like on display. Oh, man. I know. See, you know, even Democrats are missing Trump. Can you imagine Trump going down to the southern border? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You know, see, I've been saying for a while that having President Trump having 2 non-consecutive terms is much, much better in the long run than having 2 back-to-back, right? Because he's going to come in like a returning hero. Yeah, Kathy, my wife, she says Trump Cruz 2024. You know, that's... Kathy and I didn't talk about this. I didn't even think about that until she just said it. But do you think that this could be that? Do you think Ted Cruz would be Donald Trump's running mate? That would make perfect sense. Oh my goodness. That would be amazing. Trump Cruz 2024. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. And then Texas, of course, a big important state, it makes all kinds of sense. Trump Cruz 2024. Who would have ever imagined? Even a couple weeks ago, you'd have thought, yeah, maybe, you know, there's some other people. But that really makes you excited, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Oh, man, I'm very excited about that. Now, look at this. A little unrelated thing here, but I thought I'd share this with you. Mayor Pete, he's now Secretary Pete. Look at that. Do you see what Mayor Pete said here? Buttigieg, look at this. Pete Buttigieg says the Biden administration is considering taxing drivers by the mile to fund their $3 trillion climate-friendly infrastructure proposal. So they're going to tax us by the mile that we drive. So all of our individual private vehicles are going to become government taxis under Biden, according to Mayor Pete. That's great. And you know, I know a lot of people say, well, how would they do that? They'll put a device on your car. Maybe they'll make you download some kind of app on your phone that would monitor your driving. Can you believe this? Look at this. Biden's Transportation Secretary, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, said the idea of taxing miles driven shows a lot of promise. Federal gasoline taxes have failed to keep up with the demand for infrastructure projects. A mileage tax could get drivers of electric vehicles. What? Oh my goodness. Joe Biden rolls out his infrastructure plan on Wednesday in Pittsburgh. Well, whatever he rolls out on Wednesday in Pittsburgh, it is not going to hold a candle to this. But I'll tell you this, turning everyone's private car into a government taxi for their climate change garbage, that's not going to fly too well. People are already ticked off at the high price of gasoline. It's over $3 in some places here in Florida already. That just kind of tells you where their mind's at. I wanted to just go through a couple of things here, and then I'll show the video of Senator Ted Cruz again before I end for people that may have missed it in the beginning because it's just so darn good. You know, I was talking about this this morning on the radio. You may have heard me talk about this. Biden in the press conference yesterday says he has no idea if there'll be a Republican Party in 2024. And, you know, what I think he's talking about, see, sometimes what happens with there's a problem, by the way, with DeSantis and Trump running since they both live in the same state. A lot of scholars and legal experts believe that that the Constitution says, the laws say that if the president and vice president are from the same state, they cannot get the electoral votes from that state. And Florida is a big state. This isn't Rhode Island. We can't afford to lose all those electoral votes. So So Cruz makes, I like Ron DeSantis a lot. He's my governor. But Cruz makes a lot more sense because of that. But when Biden said this yesterday, I was talking about this on the radio this morning, and I think what he was talking about, I think he kind of slipped. Okay, I think he kind of slipped. And this was something they've been talking about in private. I think he's talking about all these trials they're going to have of those that breached the Capitol. They have hundreds of people in custody. They may have as many as 1,000 arrested when they're done. And there's going to be hundreds of trials. And the ones that have these high profile trials of the breachers are certainly going to be Republicans. So with the Democrats, they have a lot of wishful thinking going on. They fantasize a lot in this world of should and everything. They believe that there could be literally hundreds of trials of Republicans that are high profile from the Capitol breach as we're coming up on the midterm elections. There's been no trials yet. They're doing arrests. These things take time. And that when people see hundreds of Republicans on trial, that we're going to abandon MAGA, we're going to abandon the Republican Party, and the Republican Party is going to fall apart with these trials. I think that's what he's talking about. That's just me. But, no one else has said that, but that seems to me. And just a little thing here. Kamala's saluting now, guys. I'm not a military guy, okay? But you military people in here, is this a proper salute? I don't know. Did she do all right there? I'm sure she rehearsed it. Maybe, Mayor Pete was in the Navy. Maybe he taught her how to do it. But they did get her to finally salute because it was such a big deal was made that she wasn't saluting. There she goes. There's a close-up. Is that a proper salute? I don't know. It looks all right to me. I don't know, though. Did they... Yeah, this guy. She's saluting this Air Force guy here. Oh, man. There she is. Oh, this is just a joke. Kamala Harris and Epstein pal Bill Clinton host events on empowering women. There she is with the cackle. Got the cackle going. Look at Bill. He looks like such a little guy. Doesn't he? It's a good enough. Yeah, I would say. He looks like such a little man. Here he is. He's meeting with Kamala today on empowering women. Here he is. Yeah, that's how you empower women. I mean, look at him there. Wow. He shrunk. Yeah, you guys say it's passable. Yeah, people say it's good enough. It's passable. Bill Clinton, he's all shriveled up now. Wow. Oh, man. Bill Clinton used to be like a big guy. Now, this was a good question from Peter Doocy today. Peter Doocy asked Psaki if Joe Biden was supporting a relic of the Jim Crow era when he defended the filibuster in 2005 as a senator. This is why Peter Doocy didn't get called upon the other day. He's the only one that asks any decent questions. That's a great question. Because he said yesterday it's a relic of Jim Crow. Oh, my goodness. Bill Clinton's like 6'3". Probably not anymore. He's shrunk. He's shrunk. He shrunk a lot. That's a great question. Oh, man. You got to love Doocy. Doocy's doing a good job. He's doing a good... And he's polite about it. He's not nasty like Acosta was. I like that question. Yeah, let me show you guys this video again. I got to refresh the page. Got to refresh the page. Yeah, we got two videos here. This is Ted Cruz on the border. No, we got to get through this first. There we go. Yeah. All these fancy beers that these millennials drink now.
So it's past midnight. I'm standing on the shore of the Rio Grande. The water is right behind me. I'm down on the Texas border, along with 18 senators. Crisis that is playing out. We've already gone to detention facilities that are overrun. Many of them with families, small children. We saw multiple mothers who were nursing infant babies who had just crossed over and were being housed in outdoor holding pens where they were sleeping on the floor and nursing their babies. We're at the edge of the river On the other side of the river is Mexico. On the other side of the river, we have been listening to and seeing cartel members, human traffickers, right on the other side of the river, waving flashlights, yelling and taunting Americans, taunting the Border Patrol, because they know that under the current policy of the Biden administration, they can flood over here. They're getting paid $4,000 or $5,000 a person to smuggle them into this country, and our policies, when they smuggle them in, the Biden administration releases them, and more and more and more. Last month, 100,000 people came across the border illegally. We've got 15,000 kids in federal government custody. This is a humanitarian crisis. It's a public health crisis. The illegal immigrants who are being released, they're testing positive for COVID-19 at a 7 times higher rate than the American population.
Wow.
And it's a national security crisis. And it's time for the Biden administration to put an end to it and stop sanctioning lawless chaos on our southern border.
See, those lights are flashlights from the coyotes.
See the shoreline right over there?
Yeah, that's Mexico, and you can see there's 3 smugglers right there standing on the Mexican side, looking at us. They've been shining their flashlights at us. They're yelling at us.
Yeah, that's the first video. I mean, this is amazing. What do you guys think about Trump Cruz 2024? What do you guys think about him being the running mate? I'm very happy with it now. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, when has a senator done anything ever? Can you think of a time when a sitting United States senator has done anything? I can't. I really can't. No. And this isn't some fancy tour. I mean, this is out. Look at this. Look at this. This is like one of these big shot reporters going into a war zone dressed like this and out in this kind of background. This is the media should be embarrassed. Wouldn't you be embarrassed if you were like at CNN or even Fox News? I would be embarrassed that Senator Ted Cruz was like had a guy on a phone recording this and we weren't down there. Here's his other video.
This is Aaron and Monica from the Wild Alaskan Company.
We gotta watch their video.
We are a monthly sustainable seafood membership service. We ship wild caught.
Okay, there we go. Wild caught something. I don't know. Wild caught fish. I don't know what they're doing. Here we go.
It's incredible what we're seeing tonight. We can hear the voices of cartel members yelling at us from across the river. We're standing on the path that they use to smuggle, in some cases, very vulnerable people into this country, in other cases, drug dealers. It's just extraordinary. And it's given me a renewed appreciation for our Customs and Border Patrol agents and the danger that they face each and every night. It's midnight right now, and they're going to be working all night long.
Right across the river, we heard coyotes, human smugglers, saying, "We're coming."
Wow.
That's what's happening to our country right
Wow.
now, and to the poor victims.
And Border Patrol agents and Texas DPS officers that'll be out on the boats. They'll have cartel members who'll throw rocks at them. They'll have cartel members who will shoot at them. And that's a regular occurrence in terms of the dangerous environment these Border Patrol agents are operating in. And then when they do intercept people, they just see them released, and then they repeat the cycle over and over and over again. And it's incredibly frustrating and demoralizing to these heroes that are working so hard to keep our country safe.
The sign there.
This is a sign.
Oh, they found a sign from a coyote. USA this way. Or was that a Biden sign?
Vehicle here in the last 15 minutes. Frankly, it's sad to see these families, these young children being abused.
Cruz has his iPhone out. He's taking pictures.
We got across the river and they can follow literally yellow arrows that are on these paths. operatives that smuggle people across the border. So right now, they told me that they stopped building a wall here. President Biden's direction a couple months ago. Yeah. I got it. Cruz.
There he is, the man.
It's incredible.
Ted Cruz. Trump Cruz 2024. Oh, man. Hey, guys, make sure you like the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I upload a lot of great content. I live stream myself on the radio every morning right here on this channel. I upload my podcast here, and I do live streams like this all the time, too. So make sure that you're subscribed, you got that notification bell clicked, and give me a thumbs up. Like